Hi children, today we're reading a story called 10 Apples Up on Top. Here's a lion, a tiger, and a dog, and they all have apples on their heads. Now they're looking at all these apples falling down on them. The lion says, "I have one apple on my head." Now he has two. One, two. Two apples on his head. Here comes the dog. He says, "I also have two apples on my head." Now they both have two apples on their head. Now the lion says, "I have 1, 2, 3 apples on my head." Says the dog. Two more apples fall on his head, and he says, "Now I have more apples than you." And here goes the dog. He's jumping rope with 4 apples on his head. And now he's running up onto a tree, jumping rope with 4 apples on his head. Oh, surprise! Here's the tiger. The tiger says, "Oh, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 apples on my head." Oh, the dog and the lion are surprised. He has more apples than us. And now the tiger throws 2 more apples on top. "Now I have more than both of you." And now the tiger jumps out of the tree and onto the wires. Uh-oh, what's going to happen? Now he's walking on the wires over the town. And now the lion and the dog say, "Look at us. We also have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 apples on our heads." And now they're trying to put 1 more apple on each of their heads. Here's a fridge filled with food, and there's a lot of apples inside. The tiger coming inside the window. And now, with all their apples on their heads, the lion and the dog are skating around and around with roller skates. And now the tiger says, "I'm putting more apples on my head, and I'm jumping up and down with 1 foot. And I am drinking too." And now they're all saying, "We can all do it. We all have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 apples, and we're all drinking milk. 1 more apple. Can you do it?" And they all throw their apple on top of their head. Now all 3 of them have 10 apples. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 on top. Uh-oh, here comes a bear wearing an apron, and she has a broom or a mop, and she says, "Get those apples off your heads. Get out of here." And the dog and the lion and the tiger are very surprised. "Oh no." And she tries to hit them. Whap! But they still keep their apples on their heads. Now they're running away, and the bear is still trying to get their apples knocked off. "Help! We have to keep our apples up on our heads." So they're all running outside, and the little bear is there, and he has a tennis racket. And they're saying, "Get out of the way." Uh-oh, from the sky come 1, 2, 3 birds, and they're going to eat 1 apple. Uh-oh. Run away from the birds. So So they're running and running, but the birds are following them. The bear's laying on the ground. He got run over by the other guys. "Ha ha," says the bear. "I'm going to get you." And the birds are going to get their apples. And here comes the little bear. He says, "I'm going to get you too." "Ha ha, now we have this big umbrella. And we're going to protect our apples on our heads." So now the three are going to run away with their big umbrella and the apples on their heads. And now lots of bears and lots of birds are chasing them. The little bear throws his tennis racket, boink. And the dog, lion, and tiger hop on a bicycle. Oh no! They're going to crash into a big cart filled with apples. Everyone's following them down the hill. Boom! They crashed. Apples are flying everywhere, and animals too. Oh, look! Now we all have 10 apples on our heads. The bears have apples on their heads, and the birds and all the animals have apples on their heads. That's the end. Thanks for reading with us, children. Bye.